Buenos días, buenos tardes, buenas noches, mga amigos, mga amigas, mga kompanyeros, kompanyeras. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Attorney Rene Bueno. Ngayon pong episode na to ay ating pong ipaliliwanag. Ito pong naging desisyon ng Court of Appeals tungkol sa kasong drug trafficking case ni former Senator Leila de Lima. Ngayon nga ay Congresswoman-elect na. At nabalitaan natin na naglabas ng desisyon ng Court of Appeals na ibinabalik sa mababang hukuman ang nasabing acquittal decision. At napag-alaman din natin doon sa desisyon ng Court of Appeals na the decision was made on the basis of a petition for certiorari filed by the Solicitor General several years ago. Ito pong petition for certiorari ay base sa Rule 65 of the Rules of Court. Certiorari ang tawag dyan ng isang ordinaryong tao, pero sa aming nasa legal profession, ang pronunciation namin dyan ay certiorari. No? It was a petition for certiorari. Ito pong certiorari under Rule 65 ay ginagamit in order to correct errors of jurisdiction. Kapag nakita ng petitioner na, oy, teka muna, nagkaroon yata ng grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction, ay kailangang ma-certiorari ito. At kapag wala na pong available appeal, no, in the ordinary course of law, wala nang plain, speedy, and adequate remedy in the ordinary course of law, at wala na ring available appeal, yan ang ginagamit ng mga abogado. It is not actually an appeal, but it is a petition for certiorari in order to correct errors of jurisdiction. Ngayon, dumiretso tayo dun sa desisyon. Yung desisyon ng Court of Appeals, ibinalik niya sa Regional Trial Court yung acquittal decision. Ang sabi niya sa Regional Trial Court, hoy, iho, ganito gagawin natin sa paliwanag kasi masyadong technical to eh. Ile-laymans natin yung paliwanag. Ang sabi ng Court of Appeals, iho, yung mababang hukuman, iho, itong desisyon ninyo na pinapawalang sala si Leila de Lima, abay pwede bang pakiripaso ang iyong desisyon? Sapagkat after naming matanggap ng petition for certiorari, ay nakita namin na ang desisyon ay kulang-kulang iho eh, no? Yung desisyon mo na kung saan ay dapat ay base sa available facts and the law, na dapat ay thoroughly in-explain mo maigi at dapat ginastify mo ng napakalakas upang maliwanagan ng lahat ng partido sa kaso na talagang walang kaduda-duda, talagang morally and legally walang kaduda-duda na ang nasasakdal ay wala naman talagang kasalanan at walang kinalaman doon sa drug trafficking cases na isinampalaban sa kanya. Bagamat hindi ko naman nire-reverse itong acquittal decision mo outright, no? Abay, pwede bang repasuhin mo yung decision mo at ibalik mo sa akin, ha? At dapat pag binalik mo sa akin yan ay thoroughly explained, well justified, based on the facts and the laws used, no, upon which the decision was rendered. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng Court of Appeals. Hindi naman niya totally nire-reverse ang acquittal. Bagkus, ang sabi niya, hoy, reviewin mo yan, ha? At ipantay mo doon sa standards na ating sinusunod dito sa hukuman. Sapagkat mukhang minadali mo yata yung pagsusulat mo. At yung pagsusulat ay insufficient or kulang-kulang. At kung maaari sana ay ipaliwanag mo ng husto ang naging basihan based on the facts and the law upon which the decision was made. Gawin mo yan. No? At pag nakita ko at muli kong nabasa ang iyong binagong pagsulat sa desisyon, ay doon ako magdidesisyon ng finally kung dapat pang ipawalang bisa yung desisyon at magkaroon ng reversal totally of the acquittal of the accused former Senator Laila de Lima. So in the meantime, ayan ang desisyon, binabalik ko sa iyo, i-rewrite mo yan. No? At nang yan ay umakyat dun sa standards na ating sinusunod, dun yung mga panuntunan ng ating hukuman. At medyo nagkamali ka dyan. Baguhin mo. Muli mong isulat ang desisyon of acquittal on the basis of the available facts and the law. At isa pa, yung recantation ng key witness doon sa drug trafficking case na yan, hindi mo naman talaga ipinaliwanag ng gusto kung paano nakaapekto ang recantation of this key witness doon sa overall, doon sa pangkahalatang available evidence presented during the trial of the case. At kulang-kulang hindi mo masyadong ginastify yung bawat aspeto ng mga ebidensyang prinisinta, lahat ng available facts ay hindi mo naman wastong naipaliwanag lahat. So, it is, you are mandated, you are given the directive now to rewrite your decision based on the standards we are following dito sa ating hukuman. Yun po ang sinabi ng Court of Appeals. Hindi niya sinasabing, oy, convicted yan. No, reverse ang acquittal. Wala pong ganon na sinabi ang ating Court of Appeals. No? There was no reversal of the acquittal, but the Court of Appeals merely sent it back to the Regional Trial Court for clarification, for a thorough explanation, for a very clear justification of this available facts and law upon which the decision was made. So ipaliwanag na husto, no? At hindi siya na reverse, no? At kasi madami kasi nagtanong sa akin dito na baka mamaya makulong daw uli si Laila de Lima sapagkat ni-reverse daw yung decision. Actually, ang sabi dito, the CA did not find fault with the outcome of the acquittal per se, but rather with the lack of sufficient justification provided by the Regional Trial Court for its decision. The Court of Appeals remanded the case to compel the RTC to provide a more complete and transparent explanation of reasoning addressing these specific shortcomings in its analysis of the facts and the law. So, wala pong reversal. Walang reversal of acquittal. So, actually dito, sa kaso na to, hindi naman nire-require ng CA, ng Court of Appeal, si de Lima to directly answer or submit anything further. Actually, sabi ng decision, the directive was solely for the Regional Trial Court to provide a more detailed justification for its prior acquittal. No? Dapat lang magkaroon ng complete explanation of the RTC's reasoning, particularly concerning its handling of witness recantation and evidence presented. So, yung legal team ni de Lima could of course submit additional arguments or documentation to support RTC's original decision, but this was not mandated by the Court of Appeals. Pwedeng hindi na sila muna kumibo dito and then pabayaan yung RTC na mag-submit ng kanyang justification and a more clear explanation of the basis of the decision based on the available facts and the law na kanilang ginamit sa pag-render ng decision nga. Okay? So yung onus for providing a more thorough justification and explanation rested with the RTC. So si RTC lang yan. Wala naman kasi akong nakita doon sa decision na nire-require si de Lima na sumagot din. So ang principal respondent kasi dito, si Regional Trial Court. So, it's more of explanation. It's more of a clear justification, no? At kung paano niya naapektuhan yung acquittal, yung decision of acquittal, paano naapektuhan ng recantation of the key witness. Kasi hindi masyadong pinaliwanag. So, it's more of giving the proper explanation. But this is not a reversal of the acquittal. So, sana po, sana po, naintindihan ninyo, no? Medyo ibinaba ko yung standard of explanation to layman's standard para mas maliwanag. Okay? So, hanggang sa susunod na episode, ito po muli ang inyong lingkod, Attorney Rene Bueno.